This is Robert Kraft, and I'm your host on SNN.Network. And joining me right now is Shannon Wilkinson. She is the CEO of Tego Cyber Inc. It's a publicly traded company. The symbol is TGCB on the OTCQB. And you will actually see Shannon doing a presentation at our upcoming Planet MicroCap Showcase virtual, which will be happening April 20 through 22nd, 2021. Shannon, thank you for joining me today. How you doing?
Good, Robert. How are you?
No complaints, no complaints. So this is our first time doing an interview together. So as is tradition, could you please start off with a quick overview and history of the company, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, sure. So Tego Cyber Inc., we were incorporated in the state of Nevada September 6, 2019. We actually are headquartered and located in Las Vegas, Nevada, where I live. And really, we created the company to kind of capitalize on the emerging cyber threat intelligence market. Both my husband Troy and I have spent many years within the cybersecurity industry, and we've kind of taken those skills into the market. We've developed a cyber threat intelligence platform that integrates into other software platforms, leading cybersecurity SIEMs or log aggregation platforms that basically gather, analyze, and identify threats within enterprise networks.
Very good. And what would you say makes the company unique and different compared to some of your peers out there?
One of the things that we're really looking to change the game in cybersecurity is, and what we've seen from our friends and actually being in the industry is that when a cybersecurity incident occurs, many times cybersecurity analysts are forced to go out and look on the internet for information about a threat. So it'll pop up in their SIM of this IP address is bad, but that's all the information they get. This is bad. And then they have to go look, why is it bad? How did it get my environment? Where is it from? How big of a threat is it? So that's one of the things that we're trying to change within Tego is adding context within the cybersecurity tools that the analysts are already using. So not go out on the internet and look for information about what's happening, but rather you use the Splunk SIM as your log aggregation service. This IP is bad. We know that this IP is bad, but this is the who, what, when, where, how of why it's bad, and all the relevant information that a cybersecurity analyst needs when they're working an incident without having to go out and spend time and effort looking for information about what exactly is this threat. So kind of serving all that information and really improving the return on the investment of existing cybersecurity tools that an enterprise might use.
Very good. So you alluded to my next question a little bit earlier. I'd love to know your full background. How you came into all of this, your background in cybersecurity, and maybe some of the things you were working on before starting at Tego.
Yeah, sure. So my background is actually in software development, platform development. I'm a graduate of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, got my degree and as well as a master's in information systems management. I spent 12 years with the United Nations Department of Peacekeeping Operations, building software platforms overseas for the UN. That's actually where I met my husband, Troy, who is also a co-founder and director at Tego. Troy comes from the law enforcement side of cybersecurity, where he has spent his career previously in cyber digital forensics, doing things like child pornography cases, digital fraud, organized crime, as well as all sorts of digital crime and financial investigations, money laundering, that kind of stuff. We met overseas in Kosovo, the peacekeeping mission there, started our family. When we had our second child, we decided to come back to the US, and we worked for various other organizations developing platforms for them. And we realized that there was really, before in 2015, there was really a lack of cybersecurity experts and companies that focused on the small to medium segment of businesses. So we actually launched a company in 2015 called Axiom Cyber Solutions that focused on cybersecurity for the small to medium businesses. We exited that in 2019 to private equity, one of our largest investors. Turned that over to them. And then Troy actually got a job as the head of cybersecurity operations for a Fortune 300. But then we decided we wanted to continue the entrepreneurial journey. And so we co-founded Tego Cyber in 2019 with the idea of taking our experience within the threat intelligence space and turning that over, not focusing on small to medium businesses, but instead this time the enterprise.
The dynamic duo. You're looking at
Yeah.
get at it again. I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're also joined on our board by technologist Michael De Valera out of New York, who has had, I think, over 25 years of experience within technology. So one of the things that makes Tego, a bit different is the amount of experience that our organization brings within cybersecurity and technology to the table, just in our founding and our board.
And Shannon, from what you can tell us, what would you say are some of the company's value catalysts now moving forward?
Right. So, one of the things that we're doing is that we're tying into existing user bases of other software platforms. For instance, our first integration of our threat intelligence platform is to the SPLUNK SIM. SPLUNK has 15,000 clients already on their platform, and they're adding 450 new clients every quarter. And we have also a target of about 9 other SIM platforms that we plan to integrate into in the future. So really one of the values of the company is that we're tying into existing customer bases. We're not having to go out and create our own customer base in kind of a rip and replace solution. We're doing an annual licensing model for our platform as well, approximately 75,000 per year for our platform. And we are about to go into beta with some Fortune 500 companies, with an expected product launch in May of 2021. So we are very close actually to being commercial with our product, with that going into an existing market, and then really just continuing development, integrating to more and more platforms as we go forward.
Very good. Well, Shannon, with that, where can my audience go and find more information about Tego Cyber?
You can find us on our website, which is tegocyber.com. We also are on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, as well as you can go to our page on the OTC markets and find more information there.
Shannon, thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Good luck, stay safe, and I look forward to our next update.
Thank you, Robert. You too.